I never thought I'd be using Storm Trance. And it feels good. And it feels good. Oh my god. People actually die. Oh, the freaking Brig almost died too. Golly. So there's a lot going on in this build. But first, what up guys? Alchemist here. I got something nice for you. So today we're using an exotic that I never thought we'd be using. Just like every class got an exotic that's just useless. Warlocks had a useless exotic called Stormdancer's Brace. The reason it was useless was because of two reasons. One, Storm Trance is just a bad super. But Bungie buffed up the damage of Storm Trance with this expansion. And this exotic buffs up the damage of Storm Trance already. So they stack on each other, making Storm Trance actually viable in harder-end content, like just seeing in Mythic while I was killing the enemies and did dumb damage to the boss. Storm Trance actually viable now with this exotic on. And with this exotic on, okay? I wouldn't recommend Storm Trance on its own without this exotic. Better choices. And they changed this exotic perk, ability damage while amplified, grant bolt charges. So if I get amplified right now from getting a couple arc kills, right, amplified, now whenever I get abilities damage with my arc soul, you'll see I'm getting bolt charges, right? So now Warlocks has a way to just infinitely get bolt charges in their arc kit to trigger bolt charges, and we all know how broken bolt charge is in arc build or in the game in general. Just does dumb damage. So that's an amazing thing to add to this exotic. So not only this exotic is good for now total damage on bosses with his super, but it's also good for ad control, you know, a regular build on running around and killing enemies. What I recommend is over Verity. I don't know, man. Arc Soul, Verity, Ion Sentry just too good. But this is a fun build to change it up and do all bolt charges and whatnot. And with the artifact this season, we do have Dielectric that making it that arc debuff targets, which is gonna be jolting people all day, give you bolt charges. So I don't have that unlocked right now, but shout out to the person that just subscribed. Love you. We're trying to get to 10K before the end of the year, so I highly appreciate you guys. Hit the sub button and share my build videos around so we can accomplish that goal. It'll mean a lot to me. But I don't have the artifact unlocked. But when you have Dielectric unlocked, any enemy you kill that's affected by arc debuff, which would be Joe in this build and Blind, you'll get a bolt charge, and then with the fragment we got on, it'll increase the amount of bolt charge you get from it. So every time you hit an enemy, you'll be getting like 4 bolt charges from just one attack damage from your arc soul, which is kind of insane. And then as you rapidly defeat arc debuff targets, you make overpower and heal a small portion of your health, which is great for survivability in this build with amplified on. And then you also got elemental orbs arc on in this build, where any arc weapon final blows make an arc elemental orb, and then you can throw that orb and it'll do explosion, jolt the enemies in that area. Okay, so that's what you would use in the artifact for this build. And yeah, just insane. The stats you want to go for is 200 grenade and 200 super. I'll be honest with you guys, since you want your arc soul and iron sentry to be doing dumb damage, and then you also want your super to be doing dumb damage. So if you can pull that off, do it. And then of course you want as much class ability stat as possible. Try to aim for 80 so that you can get your rift, so you can pop your rift for your arc soul in this build. Weapons: Psy Eterna 4. Okay, it's the new arc rocket pulse rifle. Okay, I got the guide roll for it. I will be doing a separate video for it, but the guide roll I have is Trickle Charge and Rolling Storm. Trickle Charge make it that receiving or discharging bolt charge partially loads and improve quantity of the magazine from reserve. So basically, as long as I'm getting bolt charges, I can shoot this weapon non-stop. So if I spawn enemies in here and I get some max ammo, as you see when I shoot this rocket pulse rifle, I never have to reload. Just never have to reload. I can just shoot all day until the magazine get empty. It's basically reround rounds, but a better version of it. Okay? And then the second perk I got on is Rolling Storm, where basically final blows grant bolt charge. So as I kill people with this weapon, I get bolt charge. This weapon sustained on its own without anything, okay? But Rolling Storm, making that when you get final blows this weapon, you get bolt charge. And trigger charge state, as you get bolt charge, it reloads the magazine. So you're infinitely able to shoot non-stop with this weapon. And then, of course, you get bolt charge with this weapon. So, you know, you get bolt charge for arc build to trigger bolt charge non-stop. So it goes perfect this build. I get to shoot this weapon non-stop while triggering bolt charges, while getting extra bolt charge from Rolling Storm. And yeah, just an amazing time. And then I have gun burn on. If you didn't get this during the Halloween event, Festival of Lost, just get a weapon that got Accelerated Ordnance on it. Because the cool thing about Accelerated Ordnance is it says rapid elemental final blows and final blows on targets affected by elemental debuff periodically prepare a homie micro missile. Meaning you don't have to kill enemies with this weapon to trigger this perk. You just got to get kills on enemies that are affected by a debuff. So if you have any kinetic weapon with this perk on it, it works perfect synergy with this build, since everything gonna be jolted and blinded. So every time you shoot your SMG and kill somebody, you'll make that micro missile to go hit somebody and do some good damage. But before we continue, shout out to today's sponsor, DVN.net. Guardians, I would like to recommend you all a great service the Traveler blessed us with, DVN.net. Here, you can find a team to complete different activities for you, like raids, dungeons, trials, exotics that you don't have, and even power grind. No longer do you have to torture yourself with grind level torture. You can give it to somebody else. You can torture somebody else with it, okay? All the services can be done without account sharing, so no worries about securing your account and having to give away your login information. To order a service like that, all you have to do is talk to an operator in the bottom right corner where it says chat and schedule a self-play appointment with your order. The website has been working for a long time. It has a lot of players, reviews, and payment methods. You can check out everything yourself, and with the promo code AlchemistKirito, you will have a 15% off discount on all services. If you have any further questions, just ask the operator in the bottom right corner. What you waiting for? Get help from DVN.net today. Subclass, of course, we're rocking Storm Trance. You know, that's the whole point of this build. You jolting and stuff. And what's the cool thing about the exotic is too, if you're amplified before you do Storm Trance, every shock that you do with Storm Trance will be doing bolt charge triggers because of you being amplified. The exotic give bolt charges now. So yeah, more DPS for the Storm Trance, more AoE damage, more better ad control, just better everything. We're rocking Healing Rift for the Arc Souls. You could run the Power Rift, but we like survivability around here. So Healing Rift, you camp inside of it, and then your Arc Souls stay on even longer while camping inside of it and shoot people. Ball Lightning as our melee. Won't be really using it, but you know, we got Pulse Grenades, just a better option for DPS. And then we got Arc Soul on, just to make the buddy for us. And then while we amplify to shoot faster. And of course, you got 200 grenade stat, it does dumb damage. And then we got Honest Sentry, same thing. 200 grenade stat, does dumb damage. It blind enemies when you throw it at them. And you get to charge for this by getting arc weapon kills or arc ability kills or kinetic kills. So you'll get this a lot. Throw it at enemies, and when enemies get hit by it, they get blinded on initial burst. But then this also does bolt charges for us. So get them bolt charges, and they'll be doing jolt as well because I fragment. We got faster resistance on, so within 15 meters of enemies, 3 enemies will get 25% damage reduction, I believe. We got Spark of Frequency on just for the second part, not really the melee part, which is while amplified, the effects are increased. You gain increased stacks of bolt charge from all sources. So this does increase the amount of bolt charge we get from our exotic and from anything else that get bolt charges like our rocket pulse rifle. So this making our bolt charge come back even quicker. Like I said, you stack this with the artifact, and literally you'll be getting like 4 stacks of bolt charges every shot. Simply insane. You'll be triggering bolt charge ridiculously fast. I don't have it unlocked yet, but you know, season just started. Play with this build with them arc buffs inside the artifact. We got Spark of Jolt on. Spark of Shock on to make that our arc buddy. You know, Arc Soul. And Iron Sentry does jolt every time we shoot people. And then we have Spark and Beacon on while we amplify our arc weapons. Our arc special weapon and heavy weapons does a blinding explosion. This just making that we blind people with our rocket pulse rifle. You can definitely change this out to something else if you don't care for that. Okay. Mods. We're rocking Harmonic Siphon, obviously. Make some ores for our arc weapon kills. Ashes the assets. Our arc souls consider a grenade and an iron sentry. So we get kills with that. We get super energy. We got our roaming super on. So you get your storm trance super very quick with this build. We got special ammo finder because we will be trying to spam shooting our rocket pulse rifle. We got in our arm piece. Now arm piece. If you have 200 grenade stat, because you got the perfect armor. If you have 200 grenade stat in your arm piece, you will kit out with 3 fire powers. So you're always making ores power out there. And then you could put on 1 bolstering detonation just to get your class ability up quicker from doing grenade damage. But you mostly want to just do 3 fire powers if you have 200 grenade stat. I don't have that. I got 150, so I'm rocking grenade font, 1 firepower, and then I just got bolstering detonation because I don't have enough you know, energy, whatever. Chest piece. Resist mods. Okay? Just resist mods. You can't put on ammo generation to make the ammo generation stack higher on the arc rocket sidearm. I mean, not sidearm, pulse rifle, because it's only 26, which is very bad. But Bungie did an update where abilities give you ammo generation now. So you technically don't need it because your grenade is still going to be killing a lot. So you will be making special ammo very quickly. Lead piece, we got Harmonic Scavenger on, so we get more ammo for our special weapon. Arc weapon surge to make it do more damage, and then we got better already. You can change out arc weapon surge and put on insulation, so when you pick up an orb power, you get class ability energy, just so you have more consistent rifts out there for your arc souls to be up 24/7. And then your class item can be bomber to get your grenade back quicker, and then it can be reaper, time dilation, up to you. I got 2 class fonts on because I need that plus 40 in our class ability stat, so we get rift back quicker. But class item, up to you. That's the whole build. I actually enjoy this build a lot. Okay, Verity is fun and all, killing people and making the arc soul and iron sentry do a lot of dumb damage. I'm not going to sit here in front like that's not the, you know, #1 option for try hard content, but it is fun to change things up and use something new. And by all means, this is not, you know, handicapping yourself from not using Verity. This still does an amazing job, and triggering all them bolt chargers non-stop, especially with this artifact this season with dielectric, getting health back from every bolt charge you do and stuff, just amazing. Just amazing. So I highly recommend, if you're a Warlock main, give this build a shot. It's just good. It's good now. Okay, it's amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.